I feel like in this world there is so much information and misinformation, so many things that we hear. This is who you are, this is what you have to do, that it sometimes can be hard to filter and hear your own voice, your own guidance, your own truth. So, this is a meditation to support you in this, to help you a tiny bit more to step into who you are, to step up and into this existence as a human that you really chose, and to be able to not only do it in this meditation, but to actively receive steps, wisdom, and messages, so that once you get out of this meditation, this is what you can follow. So sometimes messages like this will land as words that you can remember, and sometimes a whole meditation, a whole story, visualization, and imagery will contain all of that without you having to do anything about it. So, with nothing further to add here, because everything that you need to know will continue to flow in a bit, I invite you to find a comfortable position where you can tune into this meditation. You can find a comfortable seated position, or if you choose to and that feels more comfortable, you can lie down. Start taking a few big inhales, really feeling your chest being filled up with fresh air. And in the exhale, you being able to let go. Let go of the air, let go of the pressure, let go of this desire of having to do anything, and just allow yourself to receive, be here, be present right now. Your body starts becoming light. Let's go. It's this feeling of completely being able to surrender to the moment. So you feel on every exhale that your body is able to let go a tiny bit more. Let go of the weight, let go of the tension, of the pressure. And on every inhale, your body starts becoming a bit lighter, a bit more filled with air. And with this newfound lightness, you start realizing that your body starts levitating very softly and gently, like the softest and lightest balloon. Start lifting off from the ground. You're moving upwards, gently and steadily. You're moving through the roof of your house, seeing the world for a second from above, and moving upwards and upwards and upwards. Until you reach the space in the sky where the clouds start. And you feel your body moving through the clouds, this cold, tiny bit wet feeling that they leave on your skin, and still you're able to move through them as if they wouldn't even exist. And here, above the clouds, you see that there is a whole new world opening up for you. It is the world that is invisible for us humans in our daily form and space, because we often have our eyes closed for this. You see a world that feels super light, where all the colors are white, and have this soft shimmer of pearlescent around it, as if the whole world up there is made up of soap bubbles. You can see that you yourself are able to step on the clouds because you're so light up here. You can see buildings and structures in the distance that are made up of something like cloud material. They shimmer white and pearlescent, depending how the sunlight hits it. You can see white angelic beings walking around, moving through this space. So far, they haven't noticed you, and that is okay. Take it all in and just also feel, how does it feel up there? How does it feel to be so light? And how does this world feel to you and your being? Because the interesting thing is that this place already starts transforming things within you just by you being there. And maybe you can also start feeling how the air feels really fresh and light there. It feels like you take one inhale and it fills you up for so much longer because the air is so fresh. And you have arrived at this place that is so filled with purity and light energy. And you notice that the reason for you to be here is so you receive some guidance around your own truth, to find your connection to your inner power, to your inner guidance, something that we often lose in this harsh world that we live in. And sometimes we have to reach these higher dimensions and visit them for a brief time, just to remember why are we here, to remember our own power, and to remember our purpose here. And through this, being able to stand a tiny bit taller and more self-secure in this reality. You're starting to walk towards the buildings you can see in the distance, feeling how light it feels to put your feet down, hardly touching the surface of the cloud before already being pushed off and moving further. You feel so light here. You feel this softness in the sky, in the air around you. It feels like the air holds a crispiness to it, a freshness that at times can feel very vulnerable, because it feels like so pure, something that maybe you have often not even experienced, felt, and been able to journey through. You make your way towards the buildings, and you start seeing that they are much taller and much bigger than you thought from the distance. You can see how big this city up here in the clouds is, how different, how this city is built up in different levels, because not everything has to be built up on the surface, because buildings here are able to float. How different levels feel different to you, and you can see there is a power structure in all of this. A power structure that has nothing to do with having to rule over anyone else. That is simply here to create order. An order that you don't fully have to understand. You are arriving in front of a stair made up of white cloud material. A stair that starts lighting up the moment you step closer. That really shows you that's where you need to go. And you start taking step by step by step, up and up and up. Until you reach a door, a first portal, a first part and piece that you get to meet to uncover more about your own power, your own truth. When you stand in front of this door, I want you to feel that you are fully ready to accept your power, to accept that you are powerful, and to also accept that you are seeing your inner guidance as worthy, that you yourself see yourself as worthy. And once you do to the best of your ability right now, you put your hand on the door handle and the door opens by itself, revealing a beautiful night sky behind it. It's as if you have arrived in the depth of the universe. Stars are all around you. It feels like it's endless and soft and so peaceful. I want you to not fully step through the door, but stay on the verge of both worlds and just gaze. This is not a place where you need to step into. This is a place where solemnly through observation, the answers will come. So I invite you to stand there, to breathe, to feel, to see, to simply hear and exist, and see what realization wants to land for you. And whatever it is that you have received, even if it's nothing that has been so clear right now, just trust that your subconsciousness has received the message. I invite you to take a step back, to thank this portal, to thank this space for the message, and close the door, and your journey continues. You see that the stairs continue to start lighting up in a different color now, and you take steps upon steps to climb further up. It's not very clear where the stairs are guiding and leading you to, but it also doesn't matter. Until you reach a space where the stairs stop and you reach a plateau. A plateau where there's nothing else around you than just white. And I ask you for a moment, take a big breath, close your eyes in this space, and really deeply within you feel that trust in the universe, that trust in yourself, that you got this, that you are being supported, that you are being guided, and most of all, that you don't have to do this by yourself. When you open your eyes, there's a beautiful, beautiful white horse standing in front of you. Maybe for some of you it looks just like a horse or a unicorn or a Pegasus. I can see that there is individual scenarios for each one, and it doesn't mean that one is better than the other, but it just means that we get different messages. We get different guides right now presenting itself for us. This horse, unicorn or Pegasus, looks so peaceful and full of innate wisdom. If you look into the eyes, it feels like you can see the whole truth of everything. And it is here to gift you with a message, and it's a message that you're not supposed to receive through your hearing, but through your heart. So the animal is touching you with the nose on your heart, and the moment that happens, so much wisdom starts flowing inside of you, so many emotions, things that you might not fully understand yet, and that is perfectly and completely fine. It entails deep truths about who you are. It entails deep wisdom and knowledge about the purity of your soul, of deep realization how powerful and worthy you really are. If we are seeing through our heart, we start seeing the layers and layers of fog and mental scatteredness that we put upon ourselves to see ourselves as illusions. Whereas the reality, if we open our heart and see the existence through it, is so pure and contains so much wisdom and truth that is bigger than anything we might manage to convey. Our hearts have the capacity to be so much bigger, to feel so much compassion for everything, including ourselves. You feel these ripples of energy moving through you, moving through your body, moving outside of you, and creating this loop around you, moving back in. This is who you are. This is part of who you are. And once you have realized that and let that really land, that horse, Pegasus or unicorn is removing its nose from your chest, is looking you deep in the eyes, and is slowly vanishing into nothingness. You take a big inhale and exhale. And in that moment, you see that behind you, the stairs have kept on growing. They're reaching so high you can't even see the end of it. You're starting to climb, and you notice that it takes a lot of effort to do so. And instead of fighting against it, it's about accepting this. Accepting the struggles of life, because they are part of who we are. They're part of who you are. And in that moment, everything starts becoming so light. It feels like you're not even touching the steps anymore. And then you start floating upwards, flying, moving, and going so fast and far, until you see far above you a golden cloud that looks so solid, made out of a very hard substance, that you're just curious, how can that even be there? How can this even exist here? And you come closer and closer until you land on its surface. And there is a light that is so bright that you can't see anything. It is a light that moves through every cell of your being. A light that removes all the layers that don't belong to you, that are no longer needed. A light that scans you from toes to head. A light that really penetrates you. And once that has done it, you can start seeing in this world, in this place, and you start seeing a being right in front of you that feels so big and massive and tall. A being that might be of a solid substance, or might be light, or might be made out of the cloud. A being with big wings behind it. And that being holds out its hand. And that hand has an object on it that you are taking. And the moment you take that object, hold it in your hand, you start feeling that this object starts transmuting with your own skin, with your own being, and that it contains the truth of who you are. And you start growing, expanding. Wings start growing on the back. You are taking up more and more space. You are becoming the mirror image of that being in front of you. There is no hierarchy between both of you. You are equals. And you start realizing that this is your companion. This is your guide who has been with you. And you start realizing there is no one out there who can give you the answers because everything is already within you. You are your own guide. You are innately powerful, so powerful. There is so much wisdom within you. And you kind of start feeling this lightness. You start feeling this joy in realizing this. And you can see that this being is so happy to have you there. It's so ecstatic. And it reaches out its hand and you hold it, and together you start flying off. You fly higher and higher. You go through portals in other dimensions and other worlds, and you realize you have journeyed together for many lifetimes. You will be journeying together for so many lifetimes more, to infinity and beyond. You feel that you are one. And you feel that there is so much wisdom within you, more than you would have ever thought possible. You start really accepting the truth of who you are, the truth of your being, the truth of your existence. And slowly and steadily, you are being guided back with this being to your physical form, to the here and now. And the moment you see yourself, you are being dropped into the body. You feel you're being contracting again, so it fits the physical form. You feel so innately comfortable here because you have seen who you really are. And there is this acceptance of understanding that there is a reason for you to be here. And In that moment, you start taking a few big inhales. And then slowly start moving your hands and fingers. And if you want to keep staying in this for longer, feel free to do so. But otherwise, it might be time to slowly come back, start moving and stretching your body. And whenever you're ready, I invite you to open your eyes. And I want to say thank you for being here, for journeying with me. And I'm so immensely proud of who you are. Have a beautiful day.